So उसका जो role है, it is going to be same. To bowl overs, bat the way he bats, and then field. There's nothing uh, different that we want to ask him to do. What he does is probably what is required for us, and if he keeps doing that, I think the team will be very well balanced.
Rohit, still Asia Cup left before the World Cup, but you think the lead up to the World Cup so far has been good enough, and you go into the big tournament as hosts, as favourites?
No, I mean, honestly, I don't believe that thought process of being favourites and underdogs and things like that. You just have to play well to win the tournament, to win games. It is as simple as that. It is for outside world to create that scenarios, situations, underdogs, favourites. You have to play well. All oppositions will be here to compete, and they'll be here to compete hard. We know that. We do understand that, and it can give you a little bit of advantage playing in your own conditions to know the conditions better. That's all. Nothing more than that. Even a lot of these guys, the outside teams, they play in India a lot. They are very much aware of the conditions as well these days now. So there's again no such thing as being favourites or underdogs and things like that. I think as far as our prep is concerned, I think this is the right tournament for us to go and perform well, test ourselves, try and put ourselves under pressure, and respond to that pressure. That is how it is going to be, and that's how it has been before the World Cups for all of us, even previous years as well. So it's all about just collecting everyone's thought, and getting together as a group and getting the job done. You've got guys who can bat at number 4. It's not about number 4, it's about top 3 and then there onwards, 4, 5, 6, 7 to get the job done. It's not just one position who can win us the game or win us the tournament. I think it's about the entire batting unit coming together and getting the job done. There have been challenges, guys have been put under pressure and things like that, which is a good thing. But unfortunately, we've had few injuries along the line, so we had to try and see the other players in that position, try and rotate. There were a lot of players who missed out because of workload management and stuff like that, so we had to get someone else. And at the same time, try and see what combination suits you. We tried Aksar at number 4, being a left-hander, go and play freely, things like that. So we've tried stuff, and once we get into the World Cup, we want to be rest assured that this is what we want to do. So we've got 6 and 3, 9 ODIs, I guess, before we play our first game, plus the two practice games as well. So there is a lot of games that we have that we can give these guys to go and bat and make that position their own. Yeah, look, I mean, Ajit honestly has just come into the picture, so he's not had a lot of conversation around what was happening before that. Obviously, he's joined us recently, so I've tried to keep him updated as much as I can. But look, one thing I want in this team is to make sure that everyone is okay to bat anywhere. That is one thing that we need to keep in mind. It's very critical moving forward as Team India, not just in this format but any format, because cricket is moving in a different direction. You need flexibility, you need guys who can step up at any position. No one should be in the team saying that, okay, no, I'm good at this position, I'm good at this position. We want guys to be able to bat anywhere they can, and that is the message that has been conveyed to every individual, not now. It's been happening for last 2, 3, 4 years. So I know it's tough for you guys outside to understand कि ये 6 नंबर पे खेल रहा था कल, आज 4 पे क्यों खेल रहा है, बट उनको मैसेज दिया गया है, प्रिपेयर्ड किया गया है. This is international sport you are talking about. It's not it's not a club cricket that we are talking about. They should be able to go and bat anywhere, wherever the team requires them to do it. So it's not like कि हम रात को सोते हैं ये पोजीशन बोल के प्लेयर को सुबह को चेंज कर देते हैं, ऐसा नहीं होता है. उनको क्लियरली बताया जाता है कि this is what we want in this tournament. You should be able to bat anywhere, wherever the team requires you to bat. We don't want to be you don't want to be handicapped or stuck with one player batting in one position only. You don't want that. Of course, having said that, you want to get the best out of players in certain positions, but all 7, 8 numbers are open to anyone. Anyone can bat anywhere. That is the message that has been given to everyone since so many years. Like I remember, कब से चल रहा है ये बात. So it's not like कि हम कल सुबह उठ के मैच के दिन बता देते कि आज ऊपर जाओ, कल नीचे जाओ. ऐसा नहीं है. ये लड़कों को बोला गया है कि this is what the team requires. You should be flexible. Yeah, I'll be happy on the day of the game with that team sheet. Everyone's available. I'll be happy then. But yeah, look, I mean, these are part and parcel injuries. Injuries are not just happening in India, but it's happening everywhere around the world. If you look at England, Australia, injuries are happening. But I mean, what we try and do is try and do the best that we can. Get some of the other guys to come and fit in the job, do the role, and things like that. When you have injuries, you can't really do too much other than thinking ki how can you get the other guys to come and do the role that the other guys were doing. That's all you can do, and hope for the best that the guys who are injured can come back quicker. Now that they are back, hopefully they stay on for a longer period of time. But again, I mean, I don't want to talk too much about it because it's kind of we want to look at the positive side of it now and move ahead with that. So that's what I think about when you talk about injuries. And I think the first part. Yeah, look, I mean, we had a deep discussion about an off spinner and about a leg spinner as well. Now, where the things actually boils down to is that batting option at number 8 and 9. We wanted somebody who can bat at 8 and 9, and Aksar being Aksar, he's had a good run in this year, batted well in white ball cricket, didn't get much opportunity in red ball, but he played really well in white ball cricket, especially IPL and things like that. He had few opportunities in West Indies, couldn't make it that big because he bats at the very back end of it. But with him being there, it allows us that option of firstly having a left-hander and somebody who we want to use up the order and go and play the spinners. He can do that for us, and then create that long batting depth. That is what it is. And we thought about off spinner as well, Ashwin and Washi as well, both of them. But right now, like you saw, Chahal has to miss out because we couldn't get him in because we can only get 17 players there, and the only way we could do that was missing one of the seamers, taking one of the seamers out, and we cannot really do that. Seamers are going to play a big role in this next 2 months, considering the amount of games that is going to happen, and some of them are coming back after a long time, so we wanted to have a good look at them. So we wanted to get them in and see what they have to offer. But yeah, having said that, I mean, no doors is closed for anyone at this point in time. Anyone can come in anytime. Chahal has played a lot of cricket, a lot of white ball cricket. If we feel like we need him for the World Cup, we'll try and see how we can squeeze him. And so is Ashwin or Washi. Option is open for everyone.
Hi, Captain. Just an extension of the previous question. This is probably the first time that since you became India's full-time captain, you will have the luxury of fielding all the players who are completely recovered from injuries. In such a scenario, how does your role change towards having a conversation with the guys who for the last year have filled in for, let's say, KL, Shreyas, Jasprit? Now obviously since all the 15 guys are equally fit, 9 or 10 times they will be getting the preference over the youngsters. What do you tell the youngsters who kind of had to fill in and they might have to wait a little longer for their chance?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough. It's tough because I've been myself in that place many a times. So I understand how it feels and how it is for someone who's been playing for a year and doing the job. But the guys who we are trying to get in are proven players. Have got loads of runs, won us so many games. So obviously you cannot neglect that part of their game. I do understand when guys like Tilak, Surya, Sanju, Jaiswal, and many others. I may have forgot few names, but these are the names who are there now in West Indies with us. I mean, they all have to wait for the time. They have to wait for the right opportunity. That is all I can say. And the constant conversation about where they stand in terms of moving forward is always had with the players. We always try and have those conversations with players. It's not like they don't know where they are at and what is going to happen in the future. They are very much aware of where they are at and what is going to happen in the future. Like it's always the case. Like guys who are proven players have done well, match winners. They are out for injuries. When they are fit, they will obviously get in the squad. Those kind of conversation is always had with the players. So it's not like it's out of the blue these decision happens. So players are very much aware of where they stand and what happens with them.
We'll take last few questions.
नहीं समझना ज़रूरी है क्योंकि अभी देखिए मैंने ये बताया कि फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी ज़रूरी है। इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप ओपनर को 7 नंबर पे भेज दो या हार्दिक पांड्या को ओपन करा दो, वो नहीं होता है। शिखर धवन और रोहित शर्मा ने पिछले 8-7 साल में ओपन ही किया है। कोहली ने 3 पे ही बैटिंग किया है। 4-5 नंबर पे जो नए लड़के आते हैं उनको ओपन रहना जरूरी है कि वो ऊपर भी बैटिंग करे, नीचे भी बैटिंग करे। तो आप अगर पिछले, ज्यादा पीछे नहीं जाऊंगा, पिछले 5 साल या 4 साल में आप देख लो तो जो ओपनर का प्लेस है वो ओपनर उधर ही बैटिंग करता है। 3 नंबर वाला 3 नंबर पे खेलता है। 5 नंबर पे केएल राहुल आ रहा था, वो 5 नंबर पे ही खेल रहा है। हार्दिक 6 पे आता है, वो 6 पे खेलता है। 7 पे जडेजा है। तो 4 नंबर 4 और नंबर कभी 5 का अगर ऊपर नीचे होएगा तो उसमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। उतना तो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी टीम में जरूरी है। और हम जब टीम में आए थे, हमारे भी पोजीशन, आप मेरा बैटिंग पोजीशन ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक देख लो, तो ऊपर से लेके नीचे तक बैटिंग हम सब यंगस्टरों ने किया है। तो वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी की मैं बात कर रहा हूँ। तो ये नहीं कि हाँ ये ओपनर है इसको 8 नंबर पे भेज दो और 8 नंबर वाले को ऊपर करा दो। हमने ऐसा ये पागलपंती नहीं करते हम। थोड़ा ऊपर नीचे टीम में रहना जरूरी है।
असर पड़ता है ये मैं पूछ रहा हूँ कि आपने कहा
नहीं असर
शुरू में कहा कि नंबर 6 पे कोई खेल रहा है, कल को आप देखते कि 3-4 पे खेल रहा है, ये आपने बोला था अभी।
नहीं, फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी अक्सर का एग्जांपल दिया मैंने। तो लेफ्टी है, बीच में स्पिनर डालते हैं, तो हम लोग को वैसा फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी चाहिए जो स्पिनर को जाके मार सके। तो ये इतना तो रहना चाहिए। हम लोग ये स्कूल का वो नहीं चल रहा है कि 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 वैसे ही चलेगा। यू नीड सम काइंड ऑफ फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी टू बी समटाइम्स सामने वाली टीम दोनों एंड से स्पिनर लगाएगी या फास्ट बॉलर लगाएगी, तो हमको देखना पड़ता है कि फास्ट बॉलर कौन अच्छा खेलेगा इस पीरियड में, तो उसको भेज दे। स्पिनर को कौन अच्छा खेलेगा उसको भेज दे। वैसा वो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी चाहिए। ये नहीं कि तबाही मचाओ, ये नहीं।
लास्ट 2 क्वेश्चन।
ऋषभ पंत को लेकर कोई अपडेट है क्या आपके पास, या रोहित आपसे कोई पर्सनल?
ऋषभ पंत अनफॉर्चुनेटली अभी तैयार नहीं है।
विश्व कप तक क्या हम उनको
अभी आज के तारीख में जो रिपोर्ट है, एशिया कप के लिए वो तैयार नहीं है।
रोहित, एक एशिया कप से जुड़ा सवाल है। पीसी खत्म ना हो, कमिंग एशिया कप में क्योंकि कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं हुआ। सीइंग योर कॉम्पिटिटर्स, पाकिस्तान जैसी टीम है, आपको आगे वर्ल्ड कप के लिए भी बड़े मैच के लिए प्रिपेयर करना है। एटलीस्ट वी आर एक्सपेक्टिंग कि वी विल फेस पाकिस्तान इन द फाइनल। So how prepared, how confident you are for the team upcoming Asia Cup? How prepared is the team?
I mean, look, we have नहीं बिल्कुल। अभी देखिए, अभी हम बेंगलोर में हमारा 6 दिन का 5 दिन का कैंप है। बहुत लंबे समय के बाद हमको ऐसा
कैंप करने मिल रहा है जहाँ पे हम सारे प्लेयर्स को इकट्ठा करके कुछ स्किल बेस्ड वर्क कर सकते हैं। काफ़ी लंबे टाइम तक हमें ऐसा मौका नहीं मिला था, अभी अब मौका मिला है तो हमको उसको यूटिलाइज करना है। हम कोशिश करेंगे कि जो जो कमियां है हमारी टीम में, उस कमियों को वहाँ पर जाके वो करे, प्रैक्टिस करे। But see again, it's not just Pakistan. You know, there are other teams. Sri Lanka won the Asia Cup last year. So there are other teams also who are playing good cricket and will challenge us. So हमारे को तीनों चारों टीम जो है उनके लिए प्रिपेयर करना है, ना सिर्फ एक टीम के लिए।
सर, आपके कि एशिया